We're in the home stretch. We're in the end game now, guys. Christmas is exactly 1 week away. Very exciting times. Hopefully, everyone's feeling jolly, nice, and happy. I certainly am. I'm just recording here day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas, 10th anniversary. Just having a good time. I do have to work this week, which kind of stinks. But hey, at the end of the week, there is a humongous prize. So definitely going to be, should be a good week all in all. And yeah, hopefully you guys are, enjoying time with friends, family, finishing up school and all that. Let me know what you're up to in the comments below. But yeah, let's just get on with it. Day 5. We have Shifty Drugs Studios 8216 as the first suggester for these factory custom planes, which we'll obviously get into more detail about soon. And then Penelope Murfitt 6974. Thank you both very much. Big supporters of the channel, so I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy this video. And yeah, we have six brand new factory custom planes to add upon the 6 they did last year that I reviewed in the 12 Days of Christmas. Those, of course, included Jan Kowalski, Tsubasa, Sekard, Sunwing, Gunner Viking, and Arturo, all in different mismatched plane models or with like some weird colors going on. And here we are with the exact same type of thing, but 6 new ones. And so we're going to review each of them and compare them to the real deal, starting with who I think would probably be my favorite of the bunch, this Packrat. Packrat was actually one of the first Nebraska trials racers they released way back in like 2015, 2016. I just love the colors she's got going on. A nice pink-red combo, basically Valentine's Day colors. And they put her in the Ripslinger mold, which is what they did for Gunner Viking and Arturo, even though Arturo and Gunner Viking don't necessarily share this model that Packrat does. So it's not like a one-to-one translation. It's not like everything in this model gets transferred over to the Ripslinger model. No, it's literally whatever the factory customs are feeling on that given day. The factory customizers, they have no rhyme or reason to what they do. But yeah, this is a pretty weird looking plane for sure. He's kind of got the expression. I don't know. Is it a she anymore? I'm not entirely sure. It kind of looks like a he now with the way the eyes are. They look very intense and a little scary. Before, she looked so happy and wonderful. But yeah, still got the same color scheme going on and similar decals, but just so messed up, is a way to put it. So Tundra Turbos is what it's supposed to say. Now it just says Tundra T Dr. Boz. So they're missing the U in there for turbos. Well, they're actually missing. So Tundra's good. Turbo. Yeah, so it's like they took the DR from Tundra and put it there. Completely misspelled turbos. So funny. I love that. But they do have her correct number there, 10. And the logo for the sponsor, which is the Tundra Turbos, although it's not perfect, the T is a little bit thinner and it's fully in that kind of unconnected circle. Here it's bolder and it's all the way down into the circle itself. That's a cool logo though as it is. I think they did a pretty good job designing that. And yeah, they put that up on the tail. They're missing a bunch of other decals here. All the smaller ones, of course. The text, the quotations that say Packrat right there. Aeroflex, new Vol 1, all the contingency sponsors basically. Aeroflow. All the really cool stuff. They just decided to, nix that. She also doesn't have the white line that separates the pink and the red. She's in a matte finish, actually, which is kind of interesting. It is definitely not as glossy as even the Chinese version here from 2016. And there's a huge crack separating this plastic piece here from the main metal body of the plane. And the propeller, even though it's the double one, it's super screwed up. You can't really... They're so wedged and stuck in there, you can't turn them well like you can here. Watch this. Bam. You can't do that with this because it's just not great. It's not meant to do that. We'll see. And they're super rubbery as well, whereas this is a hard plastic. You can't bend that without breaking it. So yeah, I mean, that's just a factory custom for you. They do have some stuff here on the base. Disney made in China. The landing gear isn't as detailed either. They do have the little hexagonal hole to connect to the playsets though, so I guess that's cool they included that. Packrat always, allowed you to fold in that first wheel, and all the models that share this one with Packrat allowed you to do that. So that, I believe, is Joey Dundee, Miguel. There are a few others. I think Rochelle is not the same model, but she allows you to do that. Ishani might as well, even as a different model. So if they were kind of larger planes with one wheel in the front, you were able to fold in the landing gear for that front wheel. You can never do the other one, so it kind of defeated the purpose in my opinion, but still kind of cool. So yeah, there you have this factory custom Packrat, who we're going to be calling Rip Rat. What do you guys think? Rip Rat Pack Slinger? I think Pack Slinger is kind of cool. I remember we called, Gunslinger up there, Gunslinger Viking. I think that's a pretty good name. There are some pretty cool, like, mixed names you can come up with these. Oh, Rip Slinger? No, Rip, what did I call him? Rip Gunner? I don't know. Gunslinger, I think, is what I ended up calling Gunner Viking in this Rip Slinger model. Anyways, moving on to Barney Stormin. So now they've completely broken out of just the Planes movie, and they are doing this to planes from the Cars movie, and as you'll see here, from Cars Toon as well. So it is not limited to just the Planes movie. And yeah, this one's kind of weird because they're both the biplane, so it's a pretty similar model, but in this case, they're using the lead bottom mold, and you could tell that by the damaged engine here, the engine cover up front here. It's missing, a couple pieces there on the bottom, and that is just iconic of lead bottom. Lead bottom was always like that, and yeah, they've ended up using this for the Barney Stormin, the props McGee here, the Vanderbird that we'll get to, and Sunwing that we reviewed last year. So now they've done 4 of these biplanes, and it's kind of interesting. I do wish that the engine was complete there. It would make this feel a little bit better to stand on its own, because when it's like this, it very blatantly so is just like repaint of lead bottom, which is such a unique model. Like, he's an older guy, older plane, he's got that damage on him. Like, not everyone has that. So if you're trying to create a world and try and create new characters out of these, that impedes your ability to do so, because it's such like a unique distinguishing element that only lead bottom would have. But moving past that, you do have the yellow propeller, but it's only like 1 blade or 2 prongs instead of the 3 that Barney typically has. But you do have the red dot there in the center. I don't know why they chose to do this one, but yeah, they are still very different models. Like, Barney has the covers over the wheels down here that this guy does not. Who are we going to call this? Barney Bottom? That sounds weird. No, let's not do that. How about Lead Stormin? That's all right. I don't know. You guys let me know. I remember for Sunwing, I think we called her Leadwing or Sun Bottom. Definitely Leadwing. Yeah, that makes more sense. It's got the red kind of helmet over here for the very pilot-esque vibe. As you can see here, for Barney Stormin, it was a very traditional pilot aviator cap, the brown there with the like gray trim. Very reminiscent of Aviator Mater from Mater the Greater. And yeah, they made a pretty good attempt at the dots, just red and blue dots, not the multicolored ones, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. And yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's like that meme where you're like, hey mom, like, can we get Barney Stormin? And your mom just goes, we have Barney Stormin at home, and this is Barney Stormin at home. Or it's like the Walmart version of Barney Stormin, because it's like they made an attempt in every way, but just kind of came up short in every way. It's so funny. Look at all those dots on there. I mean, it looks cool and all. I do like the white wings, though. Instead of red wings with the white stripes, I kind of like the white wings with the red stripes, especially here on top. So, yeah, kind of nice, kind of cool. Not a whole lot to say about all these, just comparing the differences and, letting you guys see these factory customs that I don't think too many people really know about. They're certainly not as prevalent as some of the Piston Cup Racer factory customs that everyone clamors for. Here we have Props McGee. Now, Props McGee, this is the real version, is one of the best planes they ever did because he is all metal, and that like never ever happened ever again for a plane. The wings are metal, everything back here is metal, the tail, all that. Of course, this front part is plastic, and this bottom part here beneath the line is plastic. But the fact that the wings were metal on a biplane is crazy because that never happened again, and it makes him super heavy. Like even these supports here are metal. Like he is a hefty plane, and he also has a tire for the back landing gear, which also never happens on planes like this. Like if there's a single wheel in the back for the landing gear, it's always a stub. Like, and the factory customizers know that. But yeah, even on the real Barney Stormin here, it's just a stub. So the fact that they actually put a wheel there is crazy. I can't believe they did that. It makes him one of the best releases, I think, of all time. You know, and super forlorn and underrated. But anyways, yeah, this is the same model, lead bottoms model, as you can see there by the missing parts of the engine. But it's a bright red engine with the blue propeller. Again, missing one of the spokes or whatever you want to call it, one of the blades. And let's see what we can name him. Props Bottom? No. Props Mick Bottom? What about Lead McGee? Maybe? I don't know. Not really vibing with any of those. You guys got to let me know. I want full list, full submissions for names for all these guys. There's only going to be 4 of them because the Bulldogs are still Bulldogs. They're just different colors. Yeah, I want some good names for these that mix who they're emulating and the model that they're using, that they're stealing from. But yeah, this one I think does a little bit better job in terms of the decals because on the top here, it's pretty much the same, just worse quality, you know, and of course the wings are plastic. And man, these guys are tearing up my snow. Can you stop it? Thank you. You also don't have the stripes there on the bottom. It's just solid red. I do love the covers for that though with the star in it. That's such cool detailing. And yeah, they have a smaller star on the tail there. So they did a decent job here, but, you know, of course, you could still tell it's a fake factory custom. And as fakes and factory customs go, this is one of their worst attempts at emulating the real deal. You know, they did a great job making a Jim Reverick factory custom that is almost identical to the real thing, and maybe even better to some people because it's made in China, not Thailand. But here, they missed the mark if they were trying to copy Props McGee. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, again, it's kind of cool. And yeah, it's like Props McGee at Walmart. Hey, Mom, can we get Props McGee? No, we have Props McGee at home. Props McGee at home. You're looking at him. All right. And as for the final biplane of the day, Vanderbird. And one that is a super interesting choice to do, in my opinion. He is a biplane regularly, but a different kind of biplane, not the same as Props McGee or Barney Stormin. So, you know, he's like Firebird, and there might be another one. I know Firebird for sure is the same model as him. That might be the only one, actually. Oh, Sunwing. Sunwing as well. So Sunwing got turned from this model into this, who we reviewed last year, and so did Vanderbird here. And this one I really like. I love the orange style, and it looks so different, so that's probably why I like him the most. Name could be Vanderbottom or Leadbird. I don't know. You guys gotta let me know. But he is a different shade of orange. It's a lot more reddish. It's a lot more fiery. But yeah, they did their best. The font for the 55 is close. It's not as bold. You got the white stripes in there and the different color patterns, but it's like, you know, close but no cigar. And they obviously were like, they looked at all these decals here on the back of the real Vanderbird, and they're like, nah, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. So they just made them straight solid orange. No decals back here at all. Didn't even try and put his number back there. I'm honestly a little surprised about that. Now mine has this weird gold splotch affixed to the engine there. A couple of them down there, there, and there. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't really like it, and I don't really want to try and chip it off. But yeah, there's also a huge gap in between the metal parts here, as if they weren't able to connect it very well. But yep, there you go. That's a factory custom for you. And Vanderbird happens to be one of the rarest planes Mattel has ever released. So if you want to get a version of him without spending like $80 or $100, then, you know, this $10 version might be a good option. But that methodology, that way of thinking definitely applies a little bit better to Jim Reverick. You know, oh, hey, I can get a Jim Reverick for $8 that almost looks exactly like the real version instead of paying $80. Cool. Can I get a Vanderbird for $10 that looks nothing like the real version at all? Maybe not, right? And then now, last but not least, are the multicolored Bulldogs. So weird that they did these, so out of left field, but they're cool. You know, it's like, I don't know who was in the room deciding that, but they're like, we don't like that red on Bulldog. We think that we could do better by making him green and yellow. So yeah, here you go. I think these are some of the best quality ones that they've done, especially in terms of factory custom planes. And let's just take a look here. Now the blue is different. It's not as dark and metallic. I have to say, the blue that they put on the real Bulldog, Mattel did a great job with, because it is very metallic and pure. It just looks shiny. I really do like it. And you can see the Bulldog logo there, which is pretty nice. And they were able to emulate that quite well, I would say. Just not as bright. But yeah, the blue is definitely different. Got the 11 on there. And they got the Union Jack here on the front hood, which they also colored green. Pretty cool. That would have been something that they could have easily left red. But no, they changed that as well. So really cool. The wings are plastic on these, as with the Mattel version. Only the centerpiece is die cast. And they even got the little landing gear parts down here green as well. So that's really cool, because before they were gray, I guess they just painted everything. So yeah, very random, doesn't really make any sense, but I guess they're probably a little bit more apt than all those other factory customs that are in their wrong models, right? Like these, you could at least make the argument that, you know, Bulldog's using an alternative paint job for a specific holiday or event. Maybe, I don't know. People in the UK, think of holidays that have green and yellow associated with them, and let me know. Because certainly, you know, there's no St. Patrick's Day in the UK. Maybe Halloween, but even yellow and blue just don't really scream Halloween to me. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But I think they did a good job with them at the end of the day. Like, they look good. There's no glaring deficiencies like there were on some of those other ones. And yeah, look good. Let's take a look at the base here real quick. It just says made in China model airplane. Yeah, that's when you know it's a factory custom for sure. Doesn't say Mattel anywhere on it, and Mattel never ever has put model airplane or toy car on the base like they do on the factory customs. And there you guys have it. Let me know in the comment section below, out of these, which one is your favorite. My favorite is tough here. I really don't know. I like the Bulldogs, but I feel like to choose one of the Bulldogs would be kind of a boring NPC answer. I think, man, I think I'll go with Packrat, Packslinger, I guess. But none of these really strike out to me as fantastic. I think some of the ones last year were a little bit better. I like Gunslinger a lot. And they did a lot of the smaller planes last year. The just, you know, very, you know, kind of condensed Tsubasa, Seckard, and Jan Kowalski. They didn't do any of those model this year. But this begs the question, maybe one day we'll see a factory custom of Hammer, the canceled plane. Who knows? Could be possible. That'd be pretty cool if they did a factory custom of Hammer in the Ripslinger mold, because Hammer is the same model as Packrat. So it's certainly possible. You guys let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. I don't have anything else, so what the hell? I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the week leading up to Christmas. Bye now.